WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American over here in Germany, often reviewing rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection, the first of that new series. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in rum cask, 100 proof, 50% alcohol. All right, so on the back it says the following: distilled and aged in Kentucky, source whiskeys. Bottled by Limestone brand distiller, branch distillery in Lebanon, Kentucky. So, interesting enough, the bottle says imported by Niche Drinks Co. Limited in Northern Ireland, which is no longer part of the European Union. So the other German distributor, the importer, put their label on there as well, Parola. So Parola actually sometimes gets to pick certain barrels from Limestone, from MGP, from Lexco, and bring them exclusively over to Germany, which I think is very, very good for us. Now, there's a little bit, at least in my opinion, a little bit of things that aren't clear with this whiskey. So it is a Kentucky straight bourbon, no age statement, so it's 4 years of age. According to a press release, we know had a 9-week finish in rum casks that held rum that was made of sugar cane from Cuba. Now, some people are writing this is a undisclosed Cuban rum distillery. Others just write it like the press statement said. This is made from Cuban sugar cane, but not in Cuba. I don't know. I don't care. That'd be great if they could kind of clear things up there for us a tiny, tiny little bit. All right, so over here we're talking about a price of, in the States it's about $50. Over here we're talking about $55. So I've seen it online for $39.99. The recommended retail price is $49.99 US dollars. There is no whiskey-based number. Now I could just pull up this monster of a package. The Wild Turkey Master's Keep here voyage, and because it was finished in Jamaican rum casks, I'm not going to compare it to that. All right, so first of all, it's just not fair. This is a $50 product. That's a $275 product, $300. It just doesn't. It's not even the same universe here. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pull out something here from Yellowstone themselves. Ding, ding, ding. My bottle's empty. I only have my sample here. This is the family recipe 6-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 50% whiskey base 221964. So this is a 6-year-old product I'm comparing it to. This was 75 euros over here, and this is basically 55 euros. There have been other interesting bottles. They call it the Special Finish Collection. The 2023 limited release from Yellowstone was Katokaya. That's a special finish for me. It doesn't belong in that series. They have done a, it was called here the Mazzala Superior finish. They put out a American single malt the first time, end of 2023-24. Made at MGP, but hey, they have that. So there's certain things that are going on there that are of interest to other people here. Now, if you're looking for good rum finish products from North America is what I'm going to say. According to Whiskey Advocate, I can recommend a few of these. For example, Angel's Envy Rum Finished Rye. 50% ABV, 100 proof, $90, almost double the price of this. I really like that. It's not available over here in Europe. We can go over to Bardstown Bourbon Company, the collaboration series with Plantation Rum. $160, up there a lot. Breckenridge, we used to have normal Breckenridge, then that stopped being imported into Europe, especially not into Germany anymore. But they have a rum cask finished bourbon, 45% for $60. If you can go and find yourself, it's not America, but it is Canada, Pike Creek, the 10-year-old rum barrel finish, 42% ABV, $30. I liked that back then. My favorite was the Redemption Rum Cask Finished Rye. That was very good. 47% ABV, $50. That was a hit. Sagamore, if you can find it, with the Rum Cask Finished Rye and 49% for about $80. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And if you want to have something special, go to Westward. American Single Malt Rum Cask Finished, 50%, $100. All right, just some alternatives, just to think about things. There are people doing rum cask, and of course the Voyage from a Master's Keep here, Wild Turkey, $275. Way too expensive, 10 years of age. If you go on the nose, I don't get that much rum. Rum is very difficult to do perfectly. Either you have too much rum, or you have very little rum. That's it's like popping popcorn. It's like, oh, it's not finished. It's exactly right. It's burnt. You have like 3 seconds. And here you have with the cask, it's like, whoops, too much. And that's the same thing. We have, at least over here in Germany at the distillery I help with, we had some rum cask. We wanted to do rum cask finish, and they didn't make the grade there. And so we actually just put in some bourbon, port, and rum and made a triple cask out of it. Turned out it's a very interesting whiskey with a little bit of peat. All right. On the nose, it's a tiny little bit green as well. I don't think it's much older than the 4 years of age on here. Those 9 weeks in the rum cask did it some good, but all right. Now, the Yellowstone Family Reserve, that's some funkiness going on in there. I'm not really sure if I love this, or if I hate this, or if I like this, or if this is just way overripe bananas. Think even overripe mangoes. I'm going to go so far as go overripe blueberries. Everything's almost to the point of fermenting itself, spoiling. Something's weird there, but interesting. Let's try this. So it does taste a little bit better than it smells at the beginning. It doesn't do a great job with the finish. That greenness, a little bit of a youth comes through. We have the spice, you have the rum. This is a C whiskey. On a bad day, it's going to be a C minus, but today it's a C. The rum is evident, and yet it's not overpowering. I would like the base whiskey to be a little bit older for me, in my personal opinion here. I did not do this. Let's do this. It's 50% ABV. Do I really need to dilute it down to 45? Let's see what happens. I did not. Oh, it gets sweeter. Mm-hmm. It gets thinner, and yet the flavor profile positively changes a little bit. Yeah, it's a solid C, even with water. Value for money, $50, 55 euros. Am I going to go out and buy another bottle of this? Definitely not. C minus. No age statement. It's not a bad price if you're looking for a rum finished product. The only one that was cheaper on my list that I just talked about was the Pike Creek. If you had, I don't know when I'm gonna put this out, but I said just take some rare breed, buy a good bottle of rum and make your own. just mix the rum together with the rare breed. You're going to get something much similar, very similar, and much cheaper. I personally don't think, and this is me, I don't think rum and bourbon coexist very well. Rum and rye can be magical. Yeah, that Angel's Envy is great. That Redemption Rye and the rum was great. There are some other examples of that rum and the rye just complementing each other and turning into something much, much better. Sorry. Than the individual parts. All right, so let's go over to the family recipe. Now, I'm not a great big fan of these wine bottles. They do look okay in the shelves. They do donate money every year to Yellowstone National Park here. I'm pretty sure that with the Kevin Costner Yellowstone TV series that they experienced with Yellowstone Bourbon or Yellowstone Branch, a real push also on their brand awareness there. I hope sales have continued as well. As I said, it's very funky. I think I like it today. There's another day where it's like, I don't like this at all. If you go to Whiskey Base, number 221964, you're going to get the following statements here. Horrible stuff. Unfortunately, I was misled by a recommendation, 69 points. Did not rate this whiskey. I can't award any points. Miserable booze that could perhaps even offend a branded cola. Luckily, I like pickle juice. If you don't, stay away. This is all the same whiskey, by the way, all right? Nose, still reasonable. Okay, the rest is, in my opinion, after a single catastrophe and still well rated with 65 points. This is wacky, weird, different. This is just normal 4-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon with a little bit of rum finish on it. Nothing to write home about, nothing to complain about, except for maybe a tad bit older would be better. Price is okay, bottle is okay, the juice is okay, but no wow effect. My question of the day is, what is your favorite Yellowstone whiskey? I've had some single barrel picks for Germany. I've had the limited edition 2023 Tokaja cask finish. I've had some other Yellowstones. I've had the American single malt, which I did not like. That was really funky as well. That was a little bit weird out there in left field. What's your favorite Yellowstone product? Thank you very much for watching, liking, subscribing. See you real soon here. Thank you. Bye-bye.